Something very, very unfortunate and just really discouraging is happening right now. And that's why I didn't record any videos this week until now. I haven't really talked to anyone about it except Vivian and everyone in my leadership chain, obviously. On November 9th, I got a notification saying I was selected for an assignment to PCS to MacDill Air Force Base, which is in Tampa, Florida. I was super, super excited. Vivian wasn't very thrilled at first because she has worked so hard with her career here, but she'll be able to do great over there in no time. So fast forward to a week ago, we had gotten back from our trip to pick up the BRZ. It had been a couple days, so this is last Thursday. So last Thursday, I wanted to start the re-enlistment process. Actually, it's not a re-enlistment. Hopefully it's going to be a 35-month extension. And my outbound assignment tech, who is in my squadron, told me that my assignment had been canceled. And when I read that, it was Sunday night into Monday morning, probably 1:30 in the morning, and I felt like my whole entire body tingled, and it wasn't a good tingle. Like my stomach dropped. And I haven't had that feeling for a very, very long time. So this is a huge, huge problem. So now I'll explain why that happened and what's going on and what is going to happen. Number one, I did not elect to separate from the Air Force. I did not elect to turn down the assignment. I took on the assignment. I did like the first 3 or 4 tasks that need to be completed for me to PCS. Well, because as of right now, my separation date is March 16th of 2022. This is something that happens to people. It's rare, but it happens, and it really sucks. But they don't warn you about this. Because I'm so close to my separation date, the Air Force automatically assumed that I was going to separate because I had not turned in any re-enlistment or any extension paperwork yet. And because of that, it's all automated. Because of that, the Air Force Personnel Center, so the AFPC, they automatically took down the assignment and scheduled me for separation. This is a huge problem because there's several different things that have to take place for me to get that assignment back. And believe me, I am doing everything in my power to get that assignment back. I'm on top of this, and my leadership is really helping me out. So this whole entire week has been a complete shit show. I mean, getting off work at 7 a.m. and then staying on base till 12:30 one day to try and do out-processing stuff and to go to the military personnel flight, which those are the people who do like assignments and inbound, outbound, all that sort of stuff. It has been a massacre all week, but we are making a little bit of progress. So the assignment guys here, to make it simple, they submitted a case to the AFPC to try and get my assignment back. And the word that I hate to use during the situation, I hate to use this word, but I have to say try. They're trying to get my assignment back. There's a probability they'll be able to get it back, but there's a possibility they won't. And if that does happen, I'm gonna be devastated. Let me explain why this is such a big deal. Vivian already put in her transfer paperwork, and let me say again, they do not warn you about this if you're close to your separation date. I was told nothing about this. I was not told this would happen. I was notified of my assignment November 9th that I'm going to Florida. And in the section of my out-processing checklist where I have to submit my re-enlistment or extension paperwork, it said that needs to be turned in within 30 days. So on the 2nd of December, which is not 30 days, they just told me that it's canceled. So there's the first problem. Second problem is they don't tell you any of this stuff. And the third problem is that Vivian and I were getting seriously invested in this because we just didn't think something like this would happen. This is ridiculous. We were about to make our 3rd offer on a house Monday morning after I got off work. So when I got off work Monday, I didn't even know what to tell my real estate agent. I didn't even know because Monday morning, no one knew what the heck was going on. I didn't know. All I knew is that it was canceled, and everyone who would be able to help me is on day shift. Obviously, at this point, this is Friday night right now. I have told my real estate agent what's going on. Let me be clear, I did not do anything wrong. if I was at fault for something, for not doing something on time, whatever, I would admit it. But I did not do anything wrong. I was working everything within the timeline that I was prescribed. And they prematurely, without checking, without any verification, they prematurely just assumed that I didn't want to take the assignment because I was close to my separation date, which produced an automated response. Vivian, 2 days after, so on November 11th, accepted the reality that we were going to be going to Florida, and she told her boss, and she has already basically gotten onboarded to a district in Florida near Tampa. So she's already had a Zoom call and gotten to know her new district manager, well, hopefully her new district manager that she'll have in Florida. And I mean, she updated her boss here this week, I think on like Wednesday. Like, what do we tell people? That puts Vivian in a really bad position, dude. I just have to get off my chest because it's been really bothering me and it's really been bringing me down this week. Because if I do lose this, if they do not choose to re-upload my assignment, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, that's just gonna be unnecessarily embarrassing for Vivian if she has to walk that whole thing back, go to her manager, who's already posted a job posting to cover Vivian's spot here in Rockland, California, or Auburn, and then she would have to embarrassingly tell her almost new district manager in Florida that, hey, sorry, the Air Force canceled the assignment for my husband, so we can't go. Like, what in the fuck, man? So yeah, like I said, I have had no time for videos this week. On top of that, I'm behind on my class, so if anyone wants to finish up my history class, I'll pay you. Is that against any rules? I don't know. So now here's what has to happen for me to get my assignment back, and it's extremely complicated. Driving with one hand. Oh my god. This car very easily like wobbles back and forth. So what has to happen now is it's not as simple as my people here just asking for them to turn on the assignment, like re-upload it, and just say that, hey, it was a misunderstanding. He's going to put in his, he's going to put in his extension paperwork, all that sort of stuff. Since I am projected for separation, they have to, one, submit a case to remove that code and put me back to like whatever the code is for not separating. But since I'm within that 120 days of that separation date, they have to have a reason to turn that code off, meaning re-enlistment paperwork or extension paperwork. The problem is I need to extend for 35 months. When you're a first-term airman, you can only extend for 12 months at a time. And I already used one of mine, which is a freebie, and if I were to do that again, I'd have to have a really good reason. So I can't put my 35-month extension paperwork through unless the assignment is reloaded into the system. And the reason for that is on the 35-month extension paperwork, the reasoning for it is that I'm taking this assignment to MacDill Air Force Base. And if that assignment does not exist, then they can't approve that 35-month extension, which is a very strange, extension request. Basically, all at once, they're going to have to do all of these three things. Cancel my separation, re-upload the assignment with proof that I'm going to be extending, and then they can process the extension paperwork. It's kind of ridiculous. And this situation is so rare, guys, that this is why it's taken the past 5 days for everybody to figure it out. I mean, my leadership has never experienced this before. The guys at my military personnel flight at Beale, they said they've only seen a couple of these. So, and I've never even heard of this being a thing. So it is very complicated. By the way, the BRZ drives way, way, way better under hard acceleration. It does not drive that smooth if you're just putting around shifting at 3 grand. You gotta give it some juice. Alright, so before I go unbox my exhaust, because that's what Sergio and I are doing tomorrow, we're putting on my HKS Spec L exhaust. Please pray for me and Vivian that this works and we can get this assignment back. Like I said, if this doesn't work, I'm going to be devastated. Alright, so it's almost been about 24 hours since the last clip in this video. I just went and filmed a really fun video with Sergio today with the BRZ. You guys are going to love this video. Dude, this thing gets down. It gets sideways. So, that's going to be super cool. But for now, I'm going to unbox the HKS Spec L exhaust. Now, this exhaust is for the first gen BRZ, but a lot of people have just been buying Gen 1 exhausts and they bolt right up. So I'm gonna run this exhaust just for a little while until a proper exhaust system comes out specifically designed for the second gen BRZ. And then I'm gonna end up giving this one away. But I'll talk more about that, and I'll talk to you guys about how I got this even though it's out of stock in the video where I do install this exhaust. For now, let's open it up. Obviously the box will not fit in the BRZ, so I'm gonna have to take all the parts out. I am super excited for this. You guys know me, you know that I usually do exhaust systems first on basically all of my cars. The BRZ will be no different. So, I'll just tell you right now, this right here, this is how I got this exhaust for a really good price, and also because it was out of stock. So, it doesn't bother me because I highly doubt it'll affect the sound at all. And holy crap, HKS, this is super lightweight. This is so light. That's awesome. You guys want to check out these welds? They look like acceptable welds. Not the best I've seen. MA Performance has phenomenal welds. These are okay. So let's see if I'll be able to fit all this stuff in here. So here's the pipe that goes to the mufflers from the resonator area. This, again, this is extremely lightweight. So I'll let you guys take a look at this bend here. And yeah. Not sure what to say about that, but good thing I'll be giving this away instead of trying to sell it. And I'm not trying to hate, I'm just being honest. But the most important thing is the sound. We gotta get some more sound out of this. Here's the muffler. We got a burnt tip. And here's an up close look at the other muffler. I'm gonna leave this on until I install it so you guys can see that in the install video. I guess that's it. That's really not a lot. I mean, I guess I could do this myself, but I really don't want to. I might. It all depends on whether I can get time off work this next week. So I work Sunday through Wednesday, 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. So if I can get time off next week, I'll probably install it myself, but we'll see. Either way, you will be hearing some more noise out of this BRZ next week. I'm gonna end the video here, but guys, for real, stay tuned for next video. It's awesome. So much fun. Thank you very much, and I will see you in a couple days.